All right, so in this video, I'm going to attempt the V-slide plate. And the V-slide plate, it says dimensions are in inches. So I'm going to go to New, English, Standard. I'm going to hit Create. So when I first started looking at this V-slide plate, blah, 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 I was like, there's no way to draw this. We're missing a lot of dimensions here that they don't tell us. So what I did was I just started drawing, what they're telling us. And then if you use the constraints that they're saying that should be, done, then it kind of works out. So let's go through this, see if we can figure it out. So if I start my 2D sketch on this XY plane, I'm going to start with a line. So it tells me that from this point over to the right is 1.375. And then the same thing on the other side, from this origin to the left, 1.375. All right, so then it has a kind of an arc from each end of that. So I'm going to just draw a circle center point just somewhere out randomly out here in the wild, wild west. And I'm going to go to dimension. So I'm going to dimension, this is going to be, it's going to have a radius of 0.625. So 0.625. So what I know is that this circle, this line or tangent, so I'm gonna click on my tangent constraint, click on the circle, click on the line, and then I also know that the center point of this circle is gonna be directly above where the end point of this line is. So I'm gonna go to my vertical constraint. I'm gonna click on this end of this line, center of this circle, and it bounces us over there. And then I'm going to kind of do the same thing on the other side. So I can just draw just a random circle here. I'm going to use the equal constraint so that this one and this one will be the same size. I'm going to then, let me do my vertical constraint here first. So this end to the center, and then I'm going to go to the tangent constraint. So this line, and the circle is tangent. So those two kind of lock in place right there. So I also know that if I draw a line from this origin straight up, where I can find the center of this other circle here. So this is going to be 2.750. And then that tells me where the center of this circle here is. It's kind of an arc. So this is going to be, has a radius of 0.875. So I'm going to do my radius of 0.875. And so I also know that over to the right and the left here, there is another circle. I'm just going to draw a random circle over here, and I'm going to dimension it. So this has a radius of 0.875. 0.875 is the radius. And then I don't know what the height of this thing is. I don't know what that is. So I can move this up and down. But I do know that from this center to the center of this circle is 2.250. 2.250. Yeah, so again, I can still move this thing up and down. I just don't know the height of that thing. But if we kind of use our constraints here, so I know there's a line that's tangent from this circle to this circle. So I'm going to draw that. I'm just going to draw a line just somewhere on this circle for now. And then somewhere on this circle here. And then I can use my tangent constraint. So I'm going to click this line, this circle, and you see our tangent. And I'm going to click this line again, this circle. And then I also know that there's another line over here parallel to this line here. And I know that that line is also tangent to this circle. So I'm going to offset this line here so that I know it's parallel. This is going to be, I'm going to offset this 1.625. 1.625. And so I know that it's tangent. So this line is tangent to this circle. So that kind of fixes that a little bit. So I know that this line, it comes out straight, curves around, it goes up tangent to both of these circles. It's going to come back and it's going to kind of come around this corner here. And then it's going to be perpendicular to this line, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I need to draw a line. I'm just going to draw a random line up here somewhere. I don't care about the angle. So I need to make sure that these two lines are perpendicular to each other. So I'm using my perpendicular constraint. Up here, let's see, here, yeah. So this line and this line is perpendicular. And then it's also going to be tangent to this circle. So I'm going to go my tangent constraint. So here and here is tangent. And then I can use my extend. Where are you at? Where are you at? Extend. So I'm going to extend this up again to that line. I know that I'm going to use my trim. So I'm going to trim this one. I'm going to trim that. I'm going to trim out this piece, that piece, that piece. I don't need that. Let's see. I'm going to trim out this piece here. Yeah, so basically, we've kind of got it. So I just need to do the same thing on the other side here. Let me see if I can remember what I did. So I'm going to draw a circle. Just a random circle. Let's see if I can use an equal. So I want this and this to be equal. I want to dimension this from here to the center here. That's going to be 2.250. 2.250. These two are going to be lined up with each other. But let's see what I can do. I'm going to draw a line that is from this circle somewhere. I don't want to lock on that quadrant. I'm going to draw it up here. And then over here somewhere. Maybe there. Then I'm going to use my tangent. So this and this. This and this. I'm going to offset that line. Offset this over 1.625. And then I'm going to, let's see, this needs to be tangent. It needs to be tangent to, where's my, oh, tangent, this and that. So now those should be even. This line comes around. I need another line up here. Just gonna draw a line. So these should be perpendicular here and here. And then it's gonna be tangent. This line is tangent to that circle. I'm going to extend this bad boy all the way up to this line here. And then I'm just gonna trim out the stuff I don't need. That, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that. There we go. I don't need this, or that, or that, or that. There we go. So, yeah. We got it. I think we got it. All right, so then I'm just going to finish my sketch here. Oh, I didn't get rid of this line. Let me go back. Let me edit my sketch. I need to get rid of this line here. This line. That one, yeah, that one. Because I just used that to find out where my center of that circle was. Now I can finish my sketch. Here, I can extrude this back, and that's going to be 0.25. And hit OK there. So there is our V-slide plate. And I'm going to, let me change my view stuff here. So shadows, photo booth. Let me give it a smooth ivory. Nice. Okay, then I'm going to save this as V-slide plate. And there we go. There's our V is for not vendetta, but V-slide plate. All right. See y'all next lesson. Peace.